Hey everybody, it's me, Remy, the comic book poser, and I'm here today to welcome you to Enter the Poseverse. You know what day it is. It's Tuesday. I'm wearing the same shirt that you saw in my Monday video, because kids are busy, and I wanted to record something else. So to find out what books I plan on picking up on this week's new comic book day, Wednesday, July 14th, you'll check it out after this.
Hey, little girl, did you want to know a secret?
I got 5 on it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, before we talk about this week's books, don't forget on Thursday night I've got another live auction on Whatnot, where you can get a bunch of books for the low price of $1. So this week is comparatively smaller for me. But we start off with Aliens Aftermath number 1. We return back to the Hope Colony to figure out what has happened 35 years later. I really am enjoying what Marvel is doing with Aliens, that my original fear that the House of Mouse would sanitize it a bit is relatively unfounded, and I'm excited to check this out. Second, from Aftershock is Bunny Mask number 2. Holy crap, was number 1 wild. I find new reasons to be creeped out about that book every time I read it, but this has been one of the few books that I've reread it 5 or 6 times within the month that it has come out. But I want to figure out what's going on. What's up with the woman that we saw twice? Yeah, creepy, gory, love it. Artist, writer, everything, crushing it. Next up, Kanto 3 Lionhearted kicks off this week. I have to finish, City of Giants, the one that just ended, so we'll see how I feel about it. Next up from Image is Guy number 18. The book is wrapping up. We want to see what has happened. This focuses on the guy who never came back from the game, like the guy who was the GM, who's now one of the Fallen. I am really loving how I think this series is going to wrap, and I'm very excited to check it out. Next from Boom Studios is Eve number 3. This has also been killer. That this book came out of nowhere and surprised me with issues 1 and 2. We start to find out everything that we know about this young woman. She is starting to grapple with, is her existence and her memories, are they real, or are they things that she was programmed to believe while in that pod? Either way, we're starting to see all the creepy crawlies that are coming out that have made the world a desolate wasteland that she is coming to save. Next from DC, The Flash Annual number 1. The Surge storyline is coming to a close. We get Wally West coming back to the present day. I've enjoyed this Flash arc as it's played with its history. It's been quite enjoyable, so I'll be excited to see what gets set up for the next arc. Next up, the finale of the mini, Haha number 6, comes out. We get to see Happy Hank come back, who was in Ice Cream Man number 8, so I'm excited to see what that crossing of the two properties will look like. But yeah, I hope something else happens with Haha in the future. If not, it's been a hell of a ride. Up next from Marvel is Iron Man number 10. This series has just gotten strange to me. This may be my last week of Iron Man. I'll update you next week. If you like Iron Man and what is happening in this Can't Well run, let me know why you think I should keep it. I'm conflicted. Next up from DC is the Joker number 5. Again, from having, Joker Overload previously, I've been enjoying this series. I also am excited to see what happens in Joker's first night in Arkham, that I think this may reveal some interesting elements of the Joker's backstory and I'm here for it. Next up from Image, A Man Among Ye is back. I love my ass-kicking pirate queen Bonnie. She is now trying to deal with the threat of a crew who is both after her and the governor who is now on her heels after she's escaped the Caribbean. But I'm glad that I'm getting more Stephanie Phillips in my week. I'm having the DTs. I'm getting a little shaky. Next up, from Image, Man-Eaters The Curse #1. I'm excited to get a new Man-Eaters title, or just Man-Eaters back in my life again, that I really enjoy this book. Their critique of the patriarchy and social order, I think, is brilliant. I love the way that, is it Chelsea Kane? No, Chelsea Kane's the writer. But I love the artists, Kate Nemechek and Leela Matronique, how they use like photorealism at points in time, and apparently you're not supposed to read that book while you're camping. Next up from AWA is Moths #2. This was interesting in issue 1, looking at a young woman's decision of how or when she should activate her superpowers. This is actively starting to offer some more context to the Resistance storyline, and I'm here for it. Book 1 was great. The art is beautiful. The covers are absolutely killer. So pick up #1 if you missed out on it. Next, from Valiant, Ninjak is back. Hell yeah, I'm excited. So I want to see what happens when we get some Ninjak in the year of our Lord 2021. Next up from Boom is 7 Secrets #10. I'm 2 issues behind, but I do think this cover is pretty cool. Next, we get the 4th issue of Silver Coin. I have liked watching how the coin has kind of changed fateful hands from every issue. And I think this has been an anthology that's really popped. Alright, next up from Marvel is Sinister War #1. Why am I pulling it? I don't know. Maybe because I want to read about the offshoot team that comes, and I think this was supposed to set you up for the new run of Spider-Man after issue, 74, after Nick Spencer's done. I'm excited because Kelly Thompson is one of the 2 writers on the book, and you all know how much I love Kelly Thompson. Next up is Skybound X #2. I have to read last week's, but I am very intrigued by 2 things in the description. #1, we get a new Stillwater character. #2, we get Murder Falcon. Yes. Next, we get Spider-Woman 13. I'm excited for this. I love seeing how Spider-Woman is now dealing with new threats. I like seeing the idea of Lady Bullseye. I don't know if that's new or not, but I like what is going down. I've been high on this run for a while, even if other people don't like it. Alright, next up from Marvel is Thor 15. Donald Blake is still injured. Hell is back. Odin comes back to restore order. All of these things sound like we're getting set up for something explosive as hell in the next issue. Let's see, still behind on X-Men. I almost have a short box of X-Men to read. Whoops. And then last, You Promised Me Darkness #4 from Behemoth. I have issue 3 to read, but I am enjoying this. This is the next to last issue of the first arc, apparently, and I think there's a good chance you might be hearing me talk about this book next week on Monday. What do you think? Any books that haven't made my list that I shouldn't miss out on, right? I picked up 2 books last week that I fell in love with, to y'all's recommendations. Anything you think, I should pump the brakes on or get off, let me know. You're probably talking to me in the chat over here, or let me know down in the comments below. But as always, y'all, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.
Hey, little girl, did you want to know a secret?
I got 5 on it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.